Oscar, man.
What's
Just overall, your reaction to how the fight played out?
Great fight. Amazing fight, actually. Probably one of the best fights that we've seen in terms of just emotion, you know? In terms of just the whole build-up and the hoopla. It was a great fight. And what I'm proud of, actually, I have to say this, is that I got two young fighters in their prime.
The boxing world was rocked by a series of seismic shifts when Oscar de la Hoya, legendary fighter and promoter, announced a shocking change of course. After years of working with Ryan Garcia, a young star with immense potential, de la Hoya revealed he was parting ways with the embattled boxer. This news in itself was a bombshell, but what truly sent shockwaves through the industry was de la Hoya's next move. He announced a new partnership with Devin Haney, Garcia's recent opponent and perceived rival. The announcement came via a press conference, and de la Hoya wasted no time addressing the elephant in the room. This wasn't an easy decision, he began, his voice laced with a hint of regret. Ryan has incredible talent, and I truly believed in him, but recent events have forced me to re-evaluate our partnership. He was referring, of course, to Garcia's positive test for performance-enhancing drugs, PEDs, after his fight with Haney. The test result had been a major blow, not just to Garcia's career, but to de la Hoya's faith in his fighter. Cheating has no place in boxing, de la Hoya emphasized. It undermines the sport and disrespects the fans. I can't, in good conscience, continue to promote someone who has made such a choice. While de la Hoya was clear about his stance on PEDs, his words towards Garcia weren't entirely devoid of warmth. I still believe in Ryan's potential, he said, his voice softening, but the path forward for him is one he needs to walk alone. If he can clear his name and learn from his mistakes, there's a chance he can rebuild his career, but that's entirely up to him.
Did you pop my titties? I swear.
De La Hoya then shifted gears, his voice rising with a hint of excitement. Now, onto a brighter future, he declared. I'm thrilled to announce that I'm joining forces with Devin Haney. He went on to praise Haney's talent, dedication, and sportsmanship. Devin is a true champion, both in the ring and outside of it. He represents everything I value in a fighter. This new partnership was a curveball nobody saw coming. Haney, after all, had defeated Garcia, a fighter promoted by De La Hoya. Wouldn't there be bad blood? Wouldn't De La Hoya feel some loyalty to Garcia, his fighter for so long? De La Hoya addressed these concerns directly. Boxing is a business, he explained, but it's also a sport that rewards hard work and clean competition. Devin embodies those values. He's a young fighter with a long and successful career ahead of him, and I'm excited to be a part of his journey.
One ring in New York, and the world was watching. That never happens. So every fighter out there, fight the young guys, fighting your prime. That's when you become legendary. Ryan Garcia just became legendary tonight.
Oscar, talk about the redemption.
What impressed you the most about Ryan's performance tonight?
I think his will, his will to win. Haney is no joke.
Unsurprisingly, the boxing world reacted with a frenzy. Fans and analysts alike debated the motivations behind De La Hoya's decision. Was it a purely business move, a calculated bet on Haney's rising star? Or was there a deeper sense of disappointment in Garcia that fueled De La Hoya's decision to switch allegiances? Meanwhile, the fighters themselves weighed in on social media. Garcia, still embroiled in the PED controversy, took a bitter swipe at De La Hoya. Just another snake in the grass, he wrote on Twitter. Always looking out for number one. His message reflected the anger and frustration he was likely feeling after being cast aside by his former promoter. Haney, on the other hand, expressed excitement about the partnership. This is a dream come true, he declared in an Instagram post. Learning from a legend like Oscar is going to take my career to the next level. His enthusiasm was contagious, and many fans shared his optimism about the new alliance.
I saw Haney throwing bombs. I've never seen Haney throw bombs in my life. You know, we thought he was going to come out and just, combinations and pity pat, the way it works for him. Yeah. He's a beautiful boxer. But the way Ryan Garcia withstood the power, the pressure from Haney, the build-up, everything. I'm proud of Ryan.
Oscar matched the new gladiator draw.
Haney was kind of getting a little tired after the first knockdown.
The future of the lightweight division became even more intriguing with this development. Would the partnership between De La Hoya and Haney create a dominant force in the boxing world? And where would Ryan Garcia, now without a major promoter and facing a tarnished reputation, go from here? Only time would tell. One thing was certain. The boxing world was about to witness a new chapter unfold. A rivalry had seemingly ended, and a new alliance had been forged. This shift in power dynamics promised thrilling fights, heated rivalries, and a constant buzz of excitement. For boxing fans, it was a time to buckle up and enjoy the ride.
We're cool as heck. We text all the time. Shout out Oscar. He's cool.
I don't know where he's at because they don't let me talk to him.
What do you mean they don't let you talk to him?
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of...
His manager?
Probably.
Okay.
Like...
You cannot pick up the phone and talk to him?
I can because I have his number, but he never answers.
PED controversy launched a shocking accusation against his former promoter, Oscar De La Hoya. Following De La Hoya's announcement of a new partnership with Devin Haney, Garcia took to social media with a series of explosive tweets, accusing De La Hoya of stealing over $100 million from him. The internet exploded. Fans were left reeling, trying to piece together this new development in the already dramatic saga. Oscar stole over $100 million from me, Garcia wrote in a tweet, the anger evident in his all-caps typing. This whole time he was playing me, using me to line his own pockets. He went on to share screenshots of alleged financial statements, claiming they showed discrepancies in his earnings. De La Hoya naturally, vehemently denied the accusations. These are outrageous lies, he stated in a press conference, his face flushed with anger. Ryan is clearly desperate and lashing out. We have a clean record of financial dealings, and we will welcome any investigation into these baseless claims. He accused Garcia of trying to deflect attention from his failed drug test. Focus on clearing your name, Ryan, De La Hoya concluded, his voice firm. The boxing community was divided. Some fans, already sympathetic to Garcia due to the PED situation, were willing to entertain his accusations. Maybe Oscar was milking him dry, they speculated. Others, however, remained skeptical. There's no way De La Hoya would risk his reputation with such blatant theft, they argued. Boxing analysts pointed out the difficulty of proving Garcia's claims. Financial contracts are complex, they explained. Without concrete evidence, it's difficult to say definitively whether Ryan was being underpaid. They also questioned the timing of the accusations. Why wait until now to come forward with this, they wondered. Meanwhile, the Nevada State Athletic Commission, still investigating Garcia's positive test result, remained silent on the new controversy. However, legal experts predicted a potential lawsuit from De La Hoya in response to Garcia's accusations. The drama threatened to spill over into the courtroom, further tarnishing the reputations of both men. The financial implications of Garcia's claims were staggering. A $100 million lawsuit, if successful, could cripple De La Hoya's promotional company, Golden Boy Promotions. But beyond the money, it was the damage to their reputations that was most concerning. Garcia, already facing a potential suspension for PED use, now faced accusations of dishonesty and slander. De La Hoya, on the other hand, risked losing the trust of his fighters and future business partners. The fighters themselves continued to fuel the fire. In a YouTube video, Garcia elaborated on his accusations, claiming De La Hoya had been living a lavish lifestyle at his expense. He presented receipts and documents that he claimed supported his story. "I have proof," he declared, his voice trembling with emotion. "The truth will come out, and Oscar will pay for what he's done."
You know, I'm a special kind of fighter. So, you know, I never fought, and you know, a guy has been that much better than me. You know, I've never been overmatched like that, and I've been in there with the best fighters in the world. So, you know, I felt like something was up, but, you know, I didn't want to make any excuses or, you know, be that guy, you know, at the end of the day. So, I put it in Allah's hands, and I said, you know what, he was a...
Devin Haney, caught somewhat in the middle of the escalating feud, remained relatively quiet. He did, however, post a cryptic tweet that read, "Popcorn time." This only served to further irritate Garcia's fan base, who accused Haney of enjoying the drama. The boxing world held its breath, waiting for the next development. Would Garcia be able to substantiate his claims of financial mismanagement? Would De La Hoya sue for defamation? One thing was certain. The animosity between Garcia and De La Hoya had reached a boiling point. Their once close partnership had disintegrated into a public spectacle of accusations and counter-accusations. This saga transcended the realm of boxing. It became a story about trust, betrayal, and the dark side of the fight game. Would Garcia be able to salvage his career, both from the PED stain and the financial accusations? Would De La Hoya be able to clear his name and rebuild his reputation? Only time would tell who would emerge victorious in this war of words, and whether either of them would come out unscathed.
Finish, or if I should continue boxing after this fight. He don't decide that. My coach does, my team does, everybody that, you know, grinds with me day in and day out, that's who decides, and ultimately got the sign. It's not him. Nobody was telling him when to stop boxing. You know, he stopped boxing at weight 45, so kudos to him. But he don't determine that. And another thing I want to touch on is,
23-1, 19 KOs. December 2nd, live on the Zone. Ryan Garcia, Oscar Duarte. They've been on the same cards before, but Saturday night, December 2nd, there will be the main event here in Houston, Texas. The first face-off between the two. Make some noise for Ryan Garcia, Oscar Duarte. Do it a couple more times.
Boxing world braced itself for another seismic blow as Ryan Garcia, already battling a PED controversy and a severed partnership with his former promoter Oscar De La Hoya, launched a legal counter-offensive. Following his explosive accusations of financial mismanagement against De La Hoya, Garcia escalated the drama even further by filing a $200 million lawsuit against his former boss. The lawsuit, filed in a Los Angeles court, alleged breach of contract, fraud, and misappropriation of funds. Garcia's legal team claimed that De La Hoya and Golden Boy Promotions, his promotional company, had systematically underpaid him throughout their partnership. For years, they took advantage of me, Garcia declared in a press conference, his voice laced with anger. They treated me like a cash cow, squeezing every penny out of me while I was none the wiser. The lawsuit detailed a series of financial discrepancies, claiming that Garcia was owed a significant portion of his fight purses and pay-per-view revenue. It also alleged that Golden Boy had steered him towards endorsement deals that benefited the company more than him. This isn't just about the money, Garcia's lawyer emphasized. It's about holding them accountable for their unethical practices.
It's war on everybody that's trying to make it seem like I'm a cheater. I don't do steroids, never did steroids in my life. I barely take supplements. Only reason I did supplements this time is because my therapist gave me fucking ashwagandha. I'm clean throughout the whole fucking camp. And then supposedly I pop heavy the day before and after.
That's what I don't get. Like, I don't know. I'm not necessarily saying like I'm on your side and like let's defend Ryan and shit because like I don't fucking know. It doesn't make sense that he would start taking steroids the week of the fight because it has no effect. He would have got popped in camp.
La Hoya, unsurprisingly, fired back with a vehement denial. This lawsuit is a desperate attempt to deflect attention from Ryan's positive drug test, he stated in a press release. We have a transparent and honest record of financial dealings with all our fighters, and we will vigorously defend ourselves against these baseless claims. He accused Garcia of trying to manipulate the legal system and damage Golden Boy's reputation. Focus on clearing your name, Ryan, De La Hoya concluded, his tone laced with frustration. The boxing community reacted with a mix of skepticism and fascination. While some fans believed Garcia, others questioned the timing of the lawsuit. Why wait until now to speak up, they wondered. Boxing analysts pointed out the complexities of fighter contracts and the difficulty of proving financial mismanagement. These things can get messy, they explained. It could be a long legal battle with no clear winner. The $200 million price tag on the lawsuit also raised eyebrows. Is that realistic? Some fans asked.
Okay, I want to get your reaction to being banned. I'm sorry to hear about it, but how have you been feeling about being banned for a year? Less hurt.
Yeah. And his daddy's. The only reason I'm not trusting is for my daughter's here.
Okay, that's good. I mean, you announced that you're retiring. Are you actually retiring or?
I'm retiring for a year.
Okay.
So they don't get
Satisfaction?
There you go. Or for suspending me because it's bull.
The financial implications of the lawsuit were significant. A $200 million judgment against Golden Boy Promotions could be crippling, but beyond the money, it was the damage to the reputations of both Garcia and De La Hoya that was at stake. Garcia, already facing a potential suspension, now risked being labeled a troublemaker and a litigious athlete. De La Hoya, on the other hand, could see his reputation as a trustworthy promoter tarnished. On social media, the fighters continued to trade barbs. Garcia, in a series of tweets, shared documents he claimed supported his case. The truth is coming out, he wrote, his tone defiant. De La Hoya, on the other hand, maintained his innocence. We have nothing to hide, he declared in an Instagram post. Let the courts decide. The boxing world watched with morbid curiosity. Would Garcia's lawsuit expose financial wrongdoing by Golden Boy Promotions? Or would De La Hoya successfully defend his company's reputation? One thing was certain. The animosity between Garcia and De La Hoya had reached a fever pitch. Their once promising partnership had devolved into a public spectacle of lawsuits, accusations, and bitter exchanges.
Jesus
saga extended beyond the boxing ring. It became a story about the dark side of the fight game, where money and power often overshadowed fair play and sportsmanship. Would Garcia be able to rebuild his career, both athletically and financially? Would De La Hoya be able to navigate this legal storm and maintain his position as a major force in boxing? Only the next round in this courtroom brawl would reveal the answers.
Have you caught Oscar's documentary?
It was good.
It was good. I enjoyed it too.
I enjoyed it.
It was pretty good. Did you gain a little higher level of respect for Oscar after watching that?
I just know that, you know,
he's been in wars.
He's been in wars, struggled with addiction.
Facts.
And just made mistakes like all of us. Just his mistakes were shined, you know, because of all the stuff. You know, hopefully he's learned and healed. And I think this documentary has helped him heal as a man.
Yeah.
And things that he went through.
Are you guys going to get back on the same page together?
I'm always open to peace.
Yeah,
you know,
I love that.
Business is business, but friendship, peace, I'm always there for it. You know me, not the type of guy to hold grudges.
Well, that's why fans love you. You're always super classy, Ryan.
Of course.
Thanks for your time, bro.
Love you.
Dark clouds hung over the boxing world as Ryan Garcia, a young fighter with immense potential, awaited the verdict on his positive test for performance-enhancing drugs, PEDs. The news, following his fight with Devin Haney, sent shockwaves through the sport. Now, Garcia faced the chilling possibility of a lifetime ban, a punishment that would shatter his career dreams. The Nevada State Athletic Commission, NSAC, the governing body responsible for the fight, took center stage. Their investigation into the positive test result was meticulous. "We have a zero-tolerance policy for PED use," NSAC chairman, insert name of chairman, stated in a press conference. "We're committed to ensuring a fair playing field for all fighters, and that includes holding athletes accountable when they break the rules," insert name of chairman, emphasized the thoroughness of the investigation, which included reviewing laboratory reports, interviewing Garcia and his team, and examining any potential explanations for the positive test. Garcia, meanwhile, maintained his innocence. "I never knowingly took any banned substances," he declared in a tearful video message. He offered to submit to additional testing, including a hair follicle test, to prove his clean record. "This is a mistake," he pleaded, his voice cracking with emotion. "Please don't take my dreams away."
Garcia was suspended for 1 year by the New York State Athletic Commission. Now, guys, I must preface, I don't have a problem with this. But I must preface and lead with that, because you're going to listen to my tone and hear the words and think that I begrudge. I don't. But I am surprised. And that's for anything I've ever spoke about that
Fans and boxing analysts were divided. Some expressed support for Garcia, believing he might have been a victim of an accidental contamination. "Athletes can be unknowingly exposed to PEDs through supplements or tainted food," they pointed out. Others, however, were unforgiving. "Cheating is cheating," they argued. "There are no excuses." Adding to the drama was the potential severity of the punishment. A first-time offense for PED use typically resulted in a suspension of up to 2 years. However, the NSAC had the authority to impose a lifetime ban in certain cases, such as for repeat offenders or those who displayed blatant disregard for anti-doping regulations.
And we got the news. All right, breaking news. Hold on, let me take my shades off. Look at you guys. Breaking news. So Ryan Garcia, his team agreed to the penalty, which is a year suspension. They pay a fine, okay, and the ruling of the fight is ruled a no contest. All right, clean. I can mess with it. The thing is, there's 2 takes I have.
The decision will be based on the findings of our investigation, insert name of chairman stated, refusing to comment on the specific potential consequences for Garcia. This silence only heightened the anxiety surrounding the case. Would Garcia be given a second chance, or would his career be cut short just as it was blossoming? The boxing community held its breath. Trainers and promoters expressed concern about the precedent a lifetime ban for Garcia could set. "It's a harsh punishment, and it could discourage young fighters from entering the sport," one renowned trainer noted. However, anti-doping advocates strongly supported the possibility of a lifetime ban. "It sends a strong message that cheating won't be tolerated," one advocate emphasized.
Ryan Garcia, New York State Athletic Commission, and VADA. And quite frankly, if you're not talking about one of those 4 subjects, you're not really talking about much, because nobody cares. But I have never seen it done like this. Let me just back up to the beginning, okay? Garcia behaves himself like a fool in the media, to the point that you guys called for the fight to be stopped.
The media swarmed the story, dissecting every detail of the case. Garcia's past training regimen, his diet, and even his social media posts were scrutinized for clues. Every boxing website and news channel had their own expert opinions and predictions. The case transcended the sport itself, becoming a national conversation about fairness, accountability, and the future of clean competition. Weeks turned into months as the investigation dragged on. Garcia remained in training, a glimmer of hope clinging to his determination. His fans held rallies and online campaigns, urging the NSAC for leniency. Devin Haney, Garcia's rival in the ring, even expressed a cautious hope for Garcia's return, albeit with a stern warning. If he's innocent, he deserves a second chance, Haney said in an interview. But if he cheated, there should be consequences. Like the video and subscribe to the channel. Keep yourself up to date with where this swirlwind will lead.